Hello friends, today let's review the Eureka Forbes AWS 2000 water softener. The cost of this water softener is 59,000. The model number is AWS 2000 and I am using this for the past 5 to 6 months, and this review is based on the observations in the past 5 to 6 months. I have purchased this water softener in March 2023 and this is August 2023, and it's almost 5 to 6 months, and I have been using this water softener for the past 5 to 6 months. The cost of this water softener is 59,000 and I have purchased it from Eureka Forbes Executive. And it got delivered to my home in the next 3 days. Once after clearing the payment, the product was delivered within the next 3 days, and installation was done in the next day itself. So within 4 to 5 days, the unit was delivered and the installation was done, and I was able to use the water softener unit in 4 to 5 days of making the payment. So coming to the price, it costed me 59k, and for 59k you get a water softener and you get the jumbo filter, which is the blue filter which is connected to the inlet valve. You can see in the video, this is actually inside the tank. I'll be explaining about that as well. So there is a jumbo filter outside of this water softener, which you have seen, it is blue in color, which is connected to the inlet pipe. So the water inlet, when it comes, it first enters the jumbo filter. As you can see, it is to the right of this water softener here. So the jumbo filter filters out the dust particles and sand particles, and it sends it gives the water supply to the softener. The softener softens the water, removes the hardness, and sends it in the outlet valve, which goes to the entire house. And there is a bit of plumbing work required for this, which is done by the plumber. And if you want to set up the water softener at the inlet valve, I mean within 1 feet of the inlet valve, then there are no installation charges except the piping material that you have to purchase it to the plumber. Otherwise, as in my scenario, the inlet valve is 15 feet away from the water softener. I had to run the pipes for the inlet and the outlet as well, and which costed a bit more, and I had to give a bit of amount for the installation work done by the plumber. The plumber took around 4 to 5 hours to install it, as he had to lay the pipes of inlet and outlet for 15 feet and then do the installation. If you are installing it near to the inlet valve, then it should be done within 1.5 to 2 hours. It's pretty simple, but you cannot do it yourself. You need a plumber to do it. The plumber will add the walls to bypass this if in any case if you don't want the soft water, and or the unit is not working and you want to send it for repair or something. You can just the plumber make sure that he adds 3 walls to the plumbing, so that you can bypass the water to this softener, and it directly comes from inlet to the outlet. So that is all done by the plumber. I'm just explaining it here. So we have discussed regarding the price, what you get for the price, that is the softener, the jumbo filter, and 20 kg salt. And then we have discussed on the installation time and the delivery time. So we will be discussing on the salt now. As you can see, I have showed the jumbo filter as well as the water softener. Now we will discuss on the salt. So as you can see here, the salt can be ordered from the Eureka Forbes website. So I have not bought any salt outside till now, so I have always ordered it from Eureka Forbes website. So we can order 20 kgs of salt at a time. I mean, the thing is, each salt bag is 10 kgs and each bag costs 350 rupees. Please do note that the major expense for this water softener is not buying the softener, it's the salt. The salt that you put into the softener for the regeneration process to happen and to get the soft water. So this is the salt bag. When you order 20 kgs, the minimum order quantity is 2 bags. Each bag is 10 kgs. So the minimum order quantity is 20 kgs. The one which you are seeing is the bag that you get when you order 20 kgs of salt. So in this bag you have in this package you will have two 10 kg packets of salt. Each 10 kg packet is 350 rupees, so 20 kgs costs you 700 rupees. So I'll open this bag and I'll show you how the salt looks, and I'll show you how you have to put the salt in the softener. So now let's discuss how much time how many days can each bag comes for. It depends on you. There are again multiple factors in this. It depends on your water usage, it depends on the hardness of the water that you are getting. But on an average, I have a water meter for my house connected, so I do normally keep checking the water consumption that we are doing. We are 5 people at home, so the water consumption is around 800 to 1000 liters per day, and one packet of salt, that is 10 kgs of salt, for me it comes for maximum of 7 to 8 days and not more than that. It's the maximum of 7 to 8 days. Again, here it depends on the hardness of the water that we are getting. It's a borewell water that we are getting, so we get around, as I mentioned, we get around 300 to 400 ppm of hardness in our borewell water, but it keeps increasing when there is summer and when there is a lot. It keeps varying, it's not constant. So as I mentioned, the average is 7 to 8 days, and if you use a bit less, if your water consumption is bit less, suppose only 3 people are staying in the house or only 2 people are staying in the house, and your water consumption drastically reduces to 500 liters per day from 1000 liters, then it comes still 14 days, 15 days. But for me, as it is 5 days and our consumption, as I mentioned, it's almost 800 to 1000 liters consistently per day, so I get around 7 days. Each pack comes for 7 days. So the total cost of salt per month for me is around 1400 to 1500 rupees. I use around 4 to 5 bags of salt, 4 to not completely 5 bags, so 4 to 4.5 bags. So it comes around 1500 to 1600 rupees per month. Please do keep in mind before purchasing this, as this is every month you need to keep to maintain the salt. It will cost you it will cost money. It's not a one time setup, so you do a setup and then you leave it. It doesn't work that way, so you have to keep adding this salt. I was aware of this and I went ahead with this as there was a lot of hardness in the water, and due to that I was aware of that it would cost me around 1500 to 600 rupees per month, and I was okay with it, so I went ahead with this. So if you keep okay, now let's discuss. So the salt thing is done, so now let's discuss on what do you say, now let's discuss how this unit works. So this is the major thing. So whether before purchasing this Eureka Forbes water softener, I actually googled it and I found a lot of reviews, negative reviews, not positive. Positive reviews were very, very less. All were negative reviews. Most of them were negative reviews. So even I was in a assumption that this doesn't work, and I kept delaying purchasing this unit. Whereas in my community, most of them were installing these, and then I started getting the real-time reviews where I kept on asking them whether their AWS 1000 or whatever, AWS 2000, or people who were using it for the past 3-4 years said that yeah, it's working. If you have to keep adding salt, and then it works perfectly fine. We are not facing any issues. So then I thought that okay, let's go ahead and purchase this, and I waited for 5 to 6 months to make sure that it works, because I cannot simply give a review on day one that it is working fine and after 5 months it doesn't work. So as of now it is 5 to 6 months and it is working fine. The only thing is you need to keep adding salt, and rest of the settings also I'll show you. I have already, you would have seen in the video, but I didn't explain that. I'll show you there is a LCD panel. I'll show you those settings as well. It's very simple settings. It does everything automatically, so it's very simple settings. As you can see, the salt, you saw the salt, I showed you the salt as well. I'll show you how to pour the salt into the unit. So as I mentioned earlier, each salt pack for me for 1000 liters consumption with around 300 to 400 ppm of hardness comes for 7 days. Max is 7 to 8 days, not more than that, not a single day more than that. And each 10 kg bag of salt costs 350 rupees. The minimum order quantity is 20 kgs. The cost of the unit is 59,000, and for 59,000 you get the water softener, jumbo filter, and 20 kgs of salt. That is only the first time the salt comes. The 20 kgs of salt is given with the unit when you purchase it for the first time. Rest from the next time you have to purchase it directly from Eureka Forbes website. I have not purchased out it, so I am not aware whether this salt can be purchased outside. So I am purchasing it from Eureka Forbes website, and they deliver it to our home. The salt is delivered it to our home, and this is how you fill the salt in the unit. So I'll show you as well. And I have always filled it only 10 kgs, and once after 7 or 8 days. And one more thing, so you can ask us whether there's indication that the salt is over. There is no such sort of indication that the salt is over. The only thing you will come to know once the salt is over, you will start getting the hard water. So you will easily come to know that the water is hard, and then if you go and check, the salt would have been over, and you just need to add the salt. Now coming to the settings, as I said, there is a LCD panel in this. So what is the use of that LCD panel? So as you can see, this LCD panel has 3 to 4 buttons. In that, one is up arrow, down arrow, and there is a select button where you can select the present time. You can set it using the up and down arrow. Then the hardness, I mean the hardness at which level you want the water. You can set it to any number. If it is more, the hardness, the water will be too soft. If it is less, the water will be a bit hard. And then the recharge time. The recharge time, I mean, it is set at 2 a.m. So automatically it recharges the brine tank every day at 2 a.m. The salt is used for recharging. So there is here, as you can see, there are 2 tanks, right? In that, the bigger tank is the brine tank, as far as I know. I might be wrong also. So the salt is used to flush the hot, that brine tank will remove the hardness from the water and sends the soft water to the house. So to flush the hard particles that are captured at the brine tank, the salt is used for recharging the brine tank. So every day I have set it at 2 a.m. So every day in the night at 2 a.m. it recharges automatically. Suppose in a day, suppose the salt is over and the next day you are getting hot water and you add the salt, and you don't need to wait till the night at 2 a.m. for it to recharge automatically. There is a button, recharge button, as I showed in the video. There is a recharge button. You just have to press and hold the recharge button, then it recharges immediately, I mean at that time itself, and it takes 2 hours for the cycle, 1.5 to 2 hours for the cycle to complete. And once the recharge is done, you will get the soft water after 1.5 to 2 hours. That is immediately whenever you want. Suppose today the salt is over, you didn't refill the salt, and tomorrow you get hard water but you need soft water, then you just go add the salt and press and hold the recharge button. Then immediately the recharge now flashes and it starts recharging, and you will get the soft water after 1.5 to 2 hours. If you just add the salt and leave it, every day at 2 a.m. it does that recharge automatically, and next day you will get the soft water. After 1.5 to 2 hours of the recharge cycle, you will get the soft water. So till now I have explained the price, the salt cost, regarding the consumption of the salt, recharge cycle. So and any issues that I have faced till now? No, not even a single issue. That is why I am doing the review. So there are pretty much bad reviews everywhere. So but as of now I have not faced a single issue. And regarding the plumbing work, the plumbing work was done up to my satisfaction, and I had to pay a bit of amount to him because he had to lay the pipes for 15 feet and do the installation. So for that I paid a bit of it. So it was not much. So it was a fair amount that he asked, and I paid it to him, and he laid the pipes and did the installation as per my satisfaction. So that is one thing. It's not like he wants to do it that way and he did it that way. He did it as per my whatever I asked for. So the plumber was good. In my case, the plumber was good, and the installation was done. And I observed a small leak in the connection near the softener, here near the softener, at the outlet wall. It is small, that's very minute leak. The next day, and then I called the plumber, and he came immediately in the evening. He came, and he said, in the phone itself, while talking itself, he said the sealant will take some time to dry up, so it will stop automatically. He said that, but he came in the evening, checked. By the time the leak was completely stopped. So there is no issue for the past 5 to 6 months. As of now, everything is going fine, and I'd be posting an in-depth review after 1 or 1.5 year or 2 years. After 1 year, mostly after 1 year, I'll post an in-depth review, long-term review, to see if I face any issues with this water softener. As this is a huge amount we are putting for the softener, it's 60,000, and then it's almost 60,000, and every month you have to buy the salt for 1,000 to 2,000, or it's not a less expensive item. It's the most expensive item. And so I'd be doing a long term review as well. And if you have any queries, any sort of queries on this product, you can just post your queries in the comments, and I will respond to almost all of your comments whenever I get a bit of time. A link for the product is posted in the description. You can use these links for purchasing the products. Guys, it takes a lot of effort and time in making these videos. Please do support my channel by hitting the like button, and do subscribe to my channel and share this video if you like this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.